What's up, fam? Here we go with another edition of unboxing. Got 3 boxes today. Well, 3 packages. One is a small one, and then a couple of big ones. Let's find out what's in here. First book is Vengeance of Bane, #1. That's the original, first edition. Seller listed it as, I think he said, I don't actually think that he listed it under any condition, but the pictures just looked nice. They're a little blurry, so I contacted him or her and asked if there are any blemishes, if there are any creases or folds or anything, because I was looking for a nice copy for a while. And he said, nope, it's just regular wear and tear. Let's see what he meant by that. Okay, so there are some tiny indentations here and there. Here's one and a couple. They do not appear to be color breaking, so for the most part they will likely be removable with a tack iron and a quick press. There is one over here that does break color a little bit, so that you can get rid of. So that will, after a good press, and the back cover is just as nice, actually nicer. And you can't ignore the binding over here. The spine looks perfect. So this, after a press, my assumption is that this will likely be either a 9.4 or a 9.6, depends on who's grading. Interior is off-white white, and it appears to be complete with no blemishes. So kudos to the seller that described this book perfectly. It has some slight wear and tear, but nothing. This is still falls under the umbrella of near mint. So I got this for about 50 bucks. So I am a happy camper. Ladies and gentlemen, the 10 Commandments. Okay, so seller has listed a few. He went on a binge of listing a few what appeared to be high-graded ASM 361s. I think he listed about a dozen of them, and they all look the same. He listed a lot of pictures, and they all look like spick and span. No ticks, nothing that jumped at me. And again, I appreciate the seller listing many pictures to describe what the book looked like. So it was kind of just looking at the pictures and making your own decision. The price was a no-brainer, if I'm not mistaken. They were $40 a pop or $45 a pop. And I got, I think, like 6 or 7 of them, if I'm not mistaken. He listed at 12 of them. Some were at $60 and some were at 40 bucks, or 65 and 45. And the only thing that I've noticed, which he mentioned after I spoke to him, was that like some of them had, I don't know if you're familiar with Amazing Spider-Man number 361. It had a few printer ticks at the bottom of the book, which was a press error. And if I'm not mistaken, some of them had a few more than others, but still, when grading this book, this is a known fact, and most people that grade this book, including the big companies, treat that as an allowable defect. Now, the good news also is that they were all newsstand editions. So getting this book, we're going to open it right now and see if it's indeed a near mint. By the way, the seller did not list it as a near mint. He just said, like, well, these are the pictures and you call it whatever you want, which is the right way to do it. And it looks fantastic. At least the first one looks fantastic. I'm just being honest. I can't imagine this book being treated as a 9.6 even. Look how perfect this spine is. I don't know if I can get a glare on it. That's the real way for you to see. See, there's like something over here that could be pressed. It's not color breaking. It's like like a slight indentation. Getting this book in a newsstand in this condition is for 45 bucks. Now I know that the prices on this book have fallen down from their peak back when the second Venom movie came out, but still, to me, this is still a key. It's always a key to me. These are white pages, by the way, and sure enough, you could see that the bottom of these have these bullets, as I call them, the bullet holes, printer holes, and likely that is the reason why seller has opined that this may affect the grade, but this is obviously the situation with these books. They all have these these tiny punctures in the bottom. Gladly, this does not affect the cover. The cover is free of any of those punctures, and so I'm curious as to how the grader companies will treat that. As far as I'm concerned, this is a 9/8 that needs a quick press, obviously, and it can be easily graded. Let's look at the second one. Let's look at all these copies here. So here's the second one. Similar front cover. Similar back cover is perfect. All right. This bad boy. So you could see by the glare that this is, I mean, perfect copy in my eyes, really. And that's what I thought when I saw the pictures. And again, it has these punctures at the bottom of the book, as you could see. And again, this is totally up to the grader and their assessment of what's allowed and not allowed. But this is how this book came off the presses. This wasn't negligent handling or poor distribution. This is how the book was printed. So if we're treating a book and grading it as it was printed, then this is a 9/8. And here's a third copy with similar condition. Just excellent. Really, really, I mean, unbelievable. I mean, to me, that is a perfect copy. I'm definitely going to send a few of them to get graded and see what kind of result I'm getting from that. But regardless, the accurate grading that should be, this should be handled as a near mint slash mint, or in other words, a 9/8. If you're treating it as you treat all copies that have had this flaw, and that accounts to at least 99.9% of them. Let's take a look at the other books. And so we have a total of 7. I believe the total cost for all of these for me was 320 bucks. I'll share a screenshot of what I paid for these. And put it like this, even if they come back as 9.6, which would be which would not be a fair grade in my opinion for these, they're still well worth it. And again, here's a perfect spine. Can you see this? I hope you could. And a perfect copy. Just brilliant. Brilliant. I mean, I don't think this copy has been pressed before. It doesn't look like it because it does have like a natural type of waviness to it, which suggests that this was not pressed. This looks like totally like a total inventory find. Of course, the punctures are in full attendance at the bottom, but I don't want to sound like a broken record. This is amazing. Now, some of them, by the way, some of those were printed with a type of waviness to them. They were warped. These are not. So these are actually not warped at all. If anybody knows this book, they know that like most of them had this kind of like wavy feature to them, which required a lot of pressing. This does not have that that flaw. So I mean, wow, for newsstand edition to get these at this price is just unbelievable. Another one. Perfect. Just perfect. Look at that. Excellent. And that is the reason why I shop on eBay. I mean, like, I don't know if anybody's been watching my videos, and I've posted quite a few of them for a while. They probably think that I'm like some sort of like a spokesperson for eBay. No, I don't get paid to do this. I just get amazing deals, and that's the one thing that you will find on eBay is that dialogue that you have with the seller, that you can actually ask him all these questions before you're committing to purchase anything. And till today, most of them are knowledgeable with the art of grading, and they can answer your question, or even if they're not, they'll just be honest about it. Most of them will be. Of course, you're always going to get those that wouldn't have a clue, and at that point, you can just ask them for more pictures or ask them any concrete questions that will impact the on you assessing the condition of the book. And that's why I shop on eBay. I mean, like, I got no qualms with other platforms. Like, I know there's a massive influx of sellers and buyers on Whatnot, and of course on Facebook. But the convenience of shopping on eBay, I think, is just an experience that I haven't found anywhere else. This one has a slight indentation over here. Where are you? See that? A little bit. Quick press because it's non-invasive. Yep, there's a few over here. Like this copy, I probably won't send to be graded, even though it could be treated with pressing. To be honest with you, I don't even want to press these because they look so organically perfect to me, and I think that also a grading company will appreciate that. So these 6 copies here are I'm not even going to treat them with any pressing or anything like that. Just send them as is and see what they're saying. This I could probably just keep for myself or flip it. I mean, it's, in my opinion, it's worth a lot more than $45, but let the market decide. So great purchase with the great pickup with these, and I'm happy. All right, last one for today. This is no surprise to you guys by now. I've been shopping. I've been buying a lot of stuff from this seller. I probably spent a little north of $1,000 with this seller for the past month, well, a couple weeks now. He had and still has an inventory clearance on Spider-Man McFarlane Spider-Man #1 Torment. He has silver editions, he has bagged editions, he has green edition, he has all of them. And I purchased 270 copies from him. About 120 of them were bagged, the polybagged version, and then the other were just the regular silver at an insane price. It came out to an average of $350 a pop, both for the bagged and the silver editions. Admittedly, some of them, as the seller has said, actually, the seller was very, very honest, by the way, and he was saying some of them have flaws, some of them have foxing. Of course, they're all pressable and they're all treatable, as I've shown you in the past. And so on Black Friday, he was even kind enough to offer these on clearance. He cleared out these for, I believe it was $5 a pop. I'm going to share the screenshot of what I paid for them. But if I'm not mistaken, it was like $5 a pop for the gold edition, second prints. And he bagged all of them. Look at that. What a nice guy. This seller, I can't praise him enough for offering such great deals. you should rush to his store because he still have copies of these available at a bargain price. But for Black Friday, he offered them for like $5 each, and he put a limit for everybody. And I tested my luck, and I bought like 30 copies, and he approved them, I guess, because I've been shopping with him. Wow! Oh my God, these are beautiful. These are gorgeous. Nothing that needs to be done here. This is a near mint, arguably a 9.8. But again, I'm not going to go and say that. There is admittedly a little bit of stuff over here, or a little bit of schmutz over here that could be easily removed. And so these are beautiful. And for the price that I got them for, I'm grateful to the seller once again. And if you haven't done so already, you should definitely, if you're looking for, you know, just to own this classic book, or, you know, as a dealer, if you're looking to get them at a sweetheart of a price, then you should definitely go to his store and purchase them. Really, really nice. So I'm happy with these, and I can add them to the batch of books that I got from him, and that will be like a total of 320 copies, 300 copies actually, that I bought from him. And they all seem to be really, really nice, and they're all bagged and bordered, so that's even a bonus. Beautiful. And that's all I got for you today, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed this edition, and I'll see you in the next video.